What is brinkmanship? Have you ever wondered how countries can push each other to the brink of war without actually going to battle? This strategy is known as brinkmanship. It involves taking risks in negotiations to force the other side to back down. The term comes from the idea of bringing a situation to the edge of a crisis, like a war, hoping the opponent will retreat first to avoid disaster. At its core, brinkmanship is about high-stakes actions. One side may make aggressive demands or take bold steps, showing they are willing to face serious consequences if the other does not yield. This tactic creates psychological pressure, making the opposing party feel they must compromise to avoid a catastrophe. Brinkmanship became widely recognized during the Cold War, especially between the United States and the Soviet Union. A key example is the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962. During this time, the Soviet Union placed nuclear missiles in Cuba, just a short distance from the United States. This action brought both superpowers to the edge of nuclear war. Each side engaged in brinkmanship, escalating tensions and waiting to see who would back down first. The crisis was resolved when the United States agreed not to invade Cuba, and the Soviet Union removed its missiles. This outcome avoided a catastrophic conflict, but it highlighted the dangers of such high-stakes tactics. From a socialist perspective, brinkmanship during the Cold War reflects the broader struggle between capitalist imperialism and socialist states. The Cuban Missile Crisis showed the risks of militarism and aggressive posturing by capitalist powers. Socialism advocates for cooperation and peaceful conflict resolution, emphasizing social justice and equality over threats of war. In practical terms, brinkmanship often involves making demands that seem non-negotiable. It can include using threats or displays of power to intimidate the other side. The party using brinkmanship must be prepared to accept severe consequences, including war, if the opponent does not yield. This tactic relies on the opponent's fear of disaster to force a retreat. While brinkmanship can sometimes lead to favorable outcomes for the party willing to push hardest, it carries enormous risks. Miscalculations can result in unintended escalation, as nearly happened during the Cuban Missile Crisis. This high-stakes negotiation tactic played a significant role during the Cold War, showing the dangers of aggressive diplomacy and the importance of seeking peaceful alternatives to avoid conflict.